Did you guys hear that noise? You know what that is? That's just a young woman throwing kicks on the Thai pads. And that is one of the many reasons why I bought this card. And welcome everybody to the second episode of, you guessed it, why I bought this card. This is Loma Lookboonmee. And if you don't know who she is, you guys are in for a real treat, because this is the first fighter from Thailand ever to fight in the UFC, which sounds kind of fucking crazy because Muay Thai has been such a prevalent part of the sport for at least a decade now, ever since Anderson Silva showed up. But this young woman right here is probably has the most potential out of anybody I've seen in a very, very long time, just because of her skill set. So Loma Lookboonmee started training in Muay Thai when I believe she was 6 or 7. She has over 200 Muay Thai fights. If the UFC division ever starts an atomweight division, she will probably be the first champion of that division. She is only 5'1", and she's fighting at 115 pounds. So most of the people that she's fighting against, she has a giant weight and height disadvantage against. But that doesn't matter because her Muay Thai technique is so good. So let's talk about her Muay Thai a little bit. Her clinch game and her traditional Muay Thai is probably the best that we've seen in the UFC ever. And what I mean by that is, in the clinch, her trips and her sweeps and her throws are unbelievable. And it's a big part of traditional Muay Thai. And it's something that is going to give wrestlers that aren't able to get that fast, hard power double on her, if you can't get under her hips and you come up into a clinch with her, you are going to have big problems, because you're going to have to defend against sweeps, trips, and throws. And then if she doesn't want to do that, you're going to have to deal with the nastiest knees and short elbows in the clinch that you have ever seen in your entire life. Nobody in the UFC, and I love fucking Matt Brown, he is probably has the best elbows out of anybody in the UFC. His elbow strikes in the clinch are unbelievable. Loma is leaps and bounds above anybody in the UFC as far as clinching and throwing elbows. She will fucking cut you up. So all those factors, even though she is very, very small, and that was kind of apparent during the Angela Lee fight. Angela Lee is tall and very long for that weight class, and she had a hard time with her. But also, she's very young in her MMA career. So I think that Angela Lee fight, losing to her and having to deal with that size and that length and reach advantage, I think she's going to get more used to that. And the other scary thing is she's really been working on her jiu-jitsu. Every single training video that I've seen of her, she has been training jiu-jitsu very hard, which I think if she just works on the basics of jiu-jitsu on her back to where she can get up and stand, that's going to be a giant advantage. So she's only 27 years old. She has a lot of work to do on the ground as far as it is, but as far as her being able to work against wrestlers, there's no other strikers in the division that are going to be able to handle her clinch. She has a fight coming up this weekend against Elsie Reed. She's a giant favorite for a reason. Miss Reed doesn't have the best ground game. She's a striker. She wants to try and knock Miss Lookboonmee out, and I don't think that's going to work well for her. So hopefully this young woman gets to display all of her Muay Thai skills this weekend, and hopefully after this she gets bigger and bigger fights. I think she's still young enough. She's only 27, I believe. So she's got some time still, and she has an awesome skill set. And I really hope you guys start watching her fights, collect some of her cards, maybe bet on her fights. I'm definitely going to put a big bet on her. But these are all the big reasons why I bought this card, and I'm very excited to see where her career goes. Even if it's not in the UFC, if she loses some fights in the UFC and she gets booted and goes to ONE and starts doing ONE FC and starts doing Muay Thai or anywhere else, anywhere where she can fight at anim weight instead of straw weight, she is going to be a fucking giant problem. So you heard it here first. Keep a lookout on her. There's a lot of rookies in this year to look out for. Everybody wants the Casey O'Neills. They want the Illa Taporas. They want the Patty Pimblets. They want the Tom Aspinalls. There's so many of them. I think this is one that it's super underlooked. I got this card for fucking $11. That is disrespectful for a white sparkle rookie card of the first fighter from Thailand to ever fight in the UFC, and she is a fucking beast. So excited. Thanks, guys. See you later.